And here we go. We are back live at NiceGate 2025. This is a Stronger Together podcast, and I'm here with my great friend and co-host and partner in this, Rob Abraham. Rob, how's the day going for you so far? We had 2 this morning, and we're back at it.
So far, so good. It's always exciting to work with you. You are truly a legend, Matt. And I
oh, please. I didn't ask for that reason. No.
No. I'm having a great time. You have a lot of influence with a lot of really wonderful people. And it's just, I think I gain so much just by being in your aura.
Oh, please. Well, being in your aura and around the products that you put out is something that I've learned from over the years of our friendship and partnership. So you are at booth 500 and 501. Can you tell a little bit about people here? Head to the showroom at the vendor floor upstairs and check out the tech booth. What are they going to see?
So we have a lot of really cool things. We're going to catch your eye with our smart boards and our robots and our 3D printers. But what we really want you to pay attention to is the people we have up there. We're all educators. And even though we are a company trying to sell you stuff, we're not trying to sell you stuff as much as we are trying to establish a relationship and try to make your life better.
Awesome. And that's what a lot of our partners are trying to do. And I want to welcome one in who is really working to make your education dream come true, a reality. And we're going to hear a little about that from Evin Schwartz. Evin, welcome.
Matt, thanks for having me here. Rob, great to meet you. And I need a title like that too. That warm welcome, man, that was something.
Right. So for those who don't know the work that you do, I'd love for you to share and give an introduction to yourself.
Yeah, absolutely. So I've been in education for about 20 years now, always on the social impact side. So previously running a few different companies, still today running an organization called Beluga, where our big picture mission has always been, how do we set kids up for success? On the Beluga side, we've been running for about a decade, creating rich content experiences where kids around the world are connecting and collaborating with their peers in over 100 countries. About a year and a half ago, we launched this organization called Thinkering Collective, which we're here with this weekend, actually. What we do is we want to humanize education. And I know it's a really big topic to unpack. We could be here for weeks doing that. But ultimately, we think today, it's all about the numbers. We're pushing people, students, teachers, administrators through the system and not really embracing the journey. And how do we get back to that human factor? And this does not mean remove AI and remove technology, but more so how do we support teachers, students, and communities where they're able to really showcase impact and leverage education by doing so.
So we did an Ignite session yesterday.
A lot of fun.
It was a lot of fun. It was very exciting. And Matt, you closed it off with your piece of the presentation, which ties a lot into what Evin is saying about humanizing. You were talking about how important it is to make kids feel special just by saying good morning. How are you? I believe in you. And that's humanizing those children and really making them feel like they have a voice. And that's so important. So hats off to what you're doing. It's not easy. But it's definitely a step in the right direction.
Yeah, Rob, you know what? It's funny to say that it's not easy. It takes all of us on that side. I think with Thinkering, we put out this message, and really it was a call to the community to say, hey, is everyone else feeling like this too? And we found pretty quickly today Thinkering within about 8 months is 100 global partners, major research organizations, AI groups, literacy organizations, indigenous populations, you name it. But everyone's at this fork in the road moment and saying something has to give ultimately at this point. So I think our power, where we come from, and why I think we've seen such quick growth is not just because we're another education vendor and organization, but it's a true collaborative community effort where everyone knows the work isn't easy, but we're all in education. We're runs for punishment, like I always say. How do we really push this thing forward together, support one another, and again, go back to what education can and should be to set our communities up for success.
And I know yesterday you had a session, so you don't have one today, Tinkering Together, Humanizing Education, and that seems to be in the work that you do. And for those who are watching, can check down below for the website, visit the website. One of the things that struck me, because in my roles as both a teacher, principal, and now as a district level leader, I loved this visual on the website: curiosity, action, impact. And how is that in the work that you're doing?
Yeah, Matt, great question. I appreciate you bringing up the session yesterday too. So what we do at Thinkering is we have all these great partners and philosophies and pedagogies, but really where our work resides is a fellowship program Our fellowship program is a 10-week program where we bring educators in from all over the world, and in so many words say, if there's no red tape, no budget restrictions, no administration challenges or state curriculum mandates, what would you do? We surround those individuals with peers globally in their cohort. We surround them with a mentor. The mentor has been everything from student teacher to keynote speaker. We give them exclusive access to different workshops over those 10 weeks. And ultimately, by the end of the 10 weeks, we expect them to present to us a capstone thesis, we'll call it, of what could education be. What we then do with our teachers, and yesterday's session, our spotlight was awesome. The main value wasn't us. We had one of our New York State educators up there with us that was sharing her project all around sustainable gardens linked to indigenous knowledge and history, which is just phenomenal. But what we then do, instead of just being another PD or a fellowship that says, hey, here's your certificate, best of luck to you, we want to continue it. So we bring them through subject matter experts in, along with research we pair them with, and understand how it aligns to curriculum, and how it aligns to standards, and all this mapping that they're mandated by. And then the biggest thing that we do is we fund these projects. We bring them to life. Our big picture mission over the next 5 years is to bring about 10,000 educators through the system, and that's where our impact and our action lies. And we believe in, if we're looking at this 5 years out from now, we have all these little points from all over the world that can showcase and model what humanizing impact looks like within education, and we're changing the narrative at that point.
Now, you have some things going on here as well. Nice, Kay. We see you walking around. We see you capturing, information and memories. What's going on with that?
Yeah, so we have with Thinkering a media company as well. And what we realized pretty quickly, while we're offering all this great professional development and organization, what we really are storytellers. And what we want to do is unearth these stories, pull them out of each individual educator and community. So our team has been doing the conference tour, I would say, like a lot of the other people here. We're really looking forward to Thanksgiving on this side. But in so many words, just capturing rich stories from different organizations and experts and keynotes, and what is taking place within the community. So we have a few different podcasts, a few different blogs and streams. One of the ones that we just announced actually here at NICEGate is we're launching a new podcast called 50 States of Education, where we're going around the world and really tapping in, or going around the country, really tapping into the pulse of what's taking place locally. And then how do we put out those sharings to the educators, to the administrators and district leaders, not just about what curriculum is coming down the line, but how do we put practical information into place? So where our media really lies is inspiration and innovation. It's not from us, it's from our community on that side. So we're doing that at NICEGate. You'll see our guy Garrett running around with a man on the street style, doing some great work. But capturing stories, I think, is everything. And, it's 25, 26. We need to be inspired in education, right? It's not easy being in this industry today. So what you guys are doing, sharing stories, any other media player here too, is just keep doing what you're doing. It's important.
Yeah, and I think, going back to the Ignite yesterday, Rob, and the work that you're doing, you talked about bringing out voices as well. And how do you see that in the work you do?
So,
You.
sorry, the caffeine is kicking in again.
I'm not really this dumb. I'm upstairs.
We are live, just so you know.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is who I am.
Yeah, there you go. We're excited. Our next guest is here. She is fired up, ready to go. She was walking around walking around upstairs. Yeah, no.
Do you want to pull up a seat right now?
Yeah. You got a sneak peek at what's coming up in about 5 minutes or so. We're very excited to have Catherine in with us. But Rob, I was sharing with you, how does that work? How does the work that you do kind of blend into the work that Evin is talking about of humanizing the education and the work?
So my goal as the director of education at Tech is to go out to schools, to districts, even to state individuals, and everybody's in it together. They may be working in a school district, they may be working in a different state, they may be working in their own little classroom area. But like Evin said, it's about the kids. At the end of the day, it's about the kids. And what we do as a company, what I do in my role is try to make sense of what's needed and how to meet those needs. So that's just important.
That's awesome. Make sure to head up and see that in action. I was there yesterday. A lot of things going on. So 2 more questions for you, Evin. One for me, and then Rob gets to take us home. But how How many times have you been to NICE-Gate?
This is my first time at NICE-Gate.
First time,
Yeah.
but you've been to other events.
I've been to events all over the
And
world.
so what has struck you about being here? It's one of my favorite events. There's so many great things happening. What is something that you've taken in this year being here?
For sure. Well, I am a born and raised New Yorker, so this is
okay.
a great thing to, first of all, hear the accents, right? we know where we're at right now, which is a great thing. But no, more than anything, it's what's the innovation taking place. And I think the nice thing about conferences like this, it's the community. You know, you really see people are here to help. People are having conversations. They want to be approached. I think a lot of the bigger conferences, and this is a pretty big conference, but a lot of the bigger conferences you get into, and it's standoff, right? Like I can never approach that person. This one is open arms. The organizers have been absolutely amazing to let us in, speak with people, have our sessions, and it's teacher voice. I think that's my biggest takeaway. If I had to say one this weekend, is you're hearing teachers speak, you're seeing them model, and future's bright in New York. I'm excited about it.
Awesome.
Yeah, this is a big conference with a little conference feel.
That's exactly it.
That's why I love it. It's just, it makes you feel welcome, not overwhelmed. So that's cool. So I have a question for you. Name of the podcast, Stronger Together. So my question is, when you hear that term, Stronger Together, what does that mean to you?
Oh man, this is another question that we can unwrap. But Stronger Together is everything in education. I would say, like this is the missing link, and we see this all the time, both on my Beluga side and my Thinkering side. Is for some reason, school does not believe they could truly approach community. So how do we knock down that fourth wall? I think this is a concept that over the last 20 years, what we've really helped support schools with is how do you bridge classroom to community and understand schools at the heart of it are the pulse, right, of every community, whether large or small. So if we're really looking at Stronger Together, which I love the title of that one too, is this is a mentality to embrace. Whether you're in a one-room schoolhouse or New York City public schools, right, in our own backyard in our states, you know, we have to work together. No one is doing this. We say all the time too. I don't care if your name is Google or Microsoft. You're not going to solve this challenge of education by yourself. So this should be a collaborative industry. It should be a collaborative effort, and boosting each one of us up from there.
Awesome. Well, welcome to NICE-Gate for your first time here. Welcome the first time for the Stronger Together podcast, and I hope our paths cross many times and learn from you. And make sure to continue to check out all the great work that they're doing at the website, scrolling below. And if you see Evin walking around, what's your co-partner's name?
Garrett Wilhelm. You can check out Garrett as well.
Garrett walking around, make sure to stop, add your voice, and continue to be collaborative, because as we've said, we are stronger together. So, Evin, have a great rest of the event. Rob, we're going to continue on. Our next guest is already here, fired up and ready to go.
Appreciate you guys. Thanks.
Thank you very much.